16th of January 2025.
Alright lads, what we're here for is a full council meeting. And the last time we were at one, they wouldn't allow my question, which is all to do with 5G and the effect it's having on the ovaries of young girls and women. It's in effect causing a total obliviation of the youth. Because if the eggs are harmed in their DNA, it's the eggs inside the eggs for the grandchildren of that child. They're knackered totally. So we're looking at a genocide basically. Now they're not going to let me talk, I know that. But what we've done is we put a few bits together so each party will see what we're on about. And there's something that, it's not just the cancers and all the other illnesses. The thing with the babies, with the ovaries, is the single biggest threat. But there's something else come up, and it's to do with the amygdala that's in the brain. The 5G destroys the cells, breaks them down. So people's emotions, their ability to work things out will be getting destroyed. Now it's down, it's all written down. If the councils want to look at it and read it, they can. You know, I don't really want to cause a scene like I did last time.
Before you start, I have a question tonight that is more important than any other question. The children, young girls in this children, the young girls, their eggs are getting radiated by the microwave.
Right, we're here at Bootle Town Hall. We're going to ask a few questions to the councillors. We've given this bit of a reading that I've done for them, so every party has got a hold of this. So there's no excuses for not knowing it if they look at it before they go in. So I'm going to read it out, and you can take your own opinion of it then. It says, to the councillors representing the various parties and the independent councillors, I'm writing to inform you that your continued rollout of 5G is in breach of the Nuremberg Code. You were informed at the last full council meeting of the danger to young girls and young women that 5G possesses, in that it causes DNA damage to the eggs within the ovaries, which in turn destroys the eggs within the eggs, which have no cellular protection. And you've got to remember, in the ovaries, there's 10 times the sensitivity of anywhere else, and we don't know why that is. No one knows why, but they're 10 times more sensitive. So we've been getting readings of 0.2, that's 200 microwatts. That reading, you're allowed to work up to that reading, but our readings are 20,000 microwatts, which is 100 times more than what they consider a safe reading. You're allowed to have one burst of 1,000 microwatts, which is 1 megawatt. So all these girls are walking down the road and there's 20 megawatts coming at them. But because of the ovaries being 10 times sensitive, you multiply that 20 by 10, so it's 200 times more sensitive. So basically what it means is that it's just destroying their ovaries and their eggs, which means no peace.
16th of January, outside the Bootle Town Hall 2025. We're just going to have a word with Ralph.
Good evening folks, my name is Ralph Norgate James. I was the first Labour councillor in Crosby proper in 1990, but I cannot identify with the Labour Party in its present guise. I left the Labour Party after nearly 2 terms in office with a doubled majority in office because I couldn't agree with Tony Blair's foreign policy selling warplanes to Indonesia to be used against East Timorese civilians. I rejoined the Labour Party briefly under Jeremy Corbyn and was a great supporter of his, particularly his peace initiatives. But now I find that the Labour Party is probably the pro-war party in this country. And one of the reasons I've turned up tonight is to lobby for peace because council taxpayers' money in Sefton and the other Labour-controlled Merseyside Estuarine authorities. And I'm also here because, as it turns out, there is a group of fellow residents who are aggrieved about the complete lack of democratic transparency regarding the installation of 5G masts. These things are dangerous. They are emitting dangerous amounts. They are invisible of ionizing radiations, which are no good for anybody. And this group happened to have a cause which I believe is just as appropriate for this slogan as the one for which I have come to protest about myself. One of the independent candidates is actually moving a resolution relative to the issue where I'm here tonight, but also I hope for this group to be taken seriously in their expression of misgivings about the health and safety and the lack of democracy with regards to telecommunications.